I can call this meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Roll call, please. Here.
Here. Ms. Kelly? Here. Mr. Borough?
Here.
Mr. Shapiro?
Here.
Mr. Murray?
Here.
Mr. White?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Dinsmore?
Here.
Mr. Riley? Here. Mr. Fioretta? Here. Also present, Chief Deputy.
Here.
All right. Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act is given by the clerk in the following manner. One, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Clerk's office on January 8, 2025. Two, emailed to the Retrospect and Carrier Post on January 8, 2025. And three, the Borough Runnemede website. Can I assume in January we'll only have it on the website?
I think that's a fair assumption.
Okay? So I only have to read that one line moving forward. Okay.
Anything to make it read less than the meeting, so you're normally so.
Yeah. Public hearings, ordinance 2512. We're going to pull this tonight through our council once you do some review. Thank you for pulling it.
What's that?
So we're going to pull that. Did you want to explain anything?
It's a motion to table. There's a couple constitutionality things that have come up on it that I want to make sure I may have to just tweak just to ensure. Once we do it, it's in place. I think the intention is still to move forward.
All right, so this is going to stop it until next year then?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Okay, so would someone like to make a motion to table ordinance 2512?
I'll make a motion to table ordinance 2512.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
A motion by Ms. Passio, second by Ms. Murray. All in favor to table until possibly the next meeting?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Any opposed? All right, good.
So we're
Table.
tabling.
Yeah, so we're canceling the public hearing. All right, so we have some resolutions. Oh, did I miss minutes? Oh, I missed it, so sorry. Approval of minutes, thank you. A motion is in order for the approval of minutes of the September 30th, December 7th, October 7th, and October 28th meetings submitted by the deputy clerk, as each member received copies of the same. Would someone like to make a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion by Ms. Passio, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Farrell. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the minutes are approved. So you like doing the minutes there, Amanda? No? Okay. All good. All right, resolutions. Resolution 25-167, authorizing bank signatory Greg Anderson as the treasurer. Would someone like to make a motion to approve?
Got motion.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Passio? Yes. Ms. Kelly? Yes. Mr. Borough?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
That resolution is adopted. Resolution 25-168 is approving a change order for Vulcan Construction Inc. for the RYA baseball field improvements. I believe this is a decrease of $3,849. Would someone like to make a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Shapiro.
I'll second it.
Second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio? Yes. Ms. Kelly? Yes. Mr. Borough?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
All right, that resolution is adopted. Resolution 25-169 is correcting an approved change order for MSB Construction Corp. This changes the,
Who's the second?
just a typo? Okay, just a typo. Would someone like to make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Passio, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Shapiro, roll call, please.
Ms. Passio? Yes. Ms. Kelly? Yes. Mr. Borough?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yeah.
Mr. White?
All right, that resolution is adopted. Resolution 25-170 is amending the utility easement agreement for 330 Evergreen Road. Thank you. Just so everyone knows what this is, and this is a lesson that everyone should learn, and I just learned it, is that when we did the easement agreement, if everyone recalls, we were trying to get easements for everybody to run the sewer lines through their properties. And at the time, we paid Mr. Zakany and his wife $10,000 to run the sewer line through his property and through his driveway. But part of the agreement was, because we went through his driveway, was to relocate his driveway, remove some trees to relocate his driveway, fix his sidewalk, and also the shed was in the way. because of my ignorance, and I'm going to use only me, and I'm not going to criticize anybody else, though I should. Because of my ignorance, our easement agreement should have said, only if we needed to. And that one line made a huge difference, because guess what?
You didn't need.
We didn't need to move any of it, because the contractor under Needs and Methods decided he was going to bore underneath instead of with a backhoe, dig everything up. So by him bringing in a different piece of equipment, he went underneath everything. There was no need to. Now our easement still stands, but these other, other part of the agreement we made didn't need to be done. So Mr. Zacchamy, and it's fair to him, is part of the agreement was to replace his shed in the whole process of moving it. And so tonight, what we're asking council to is approve the $2,600 that we would have paid to buy a shed and put a shed up on his property. We're just simply going to pay him in lieu of moving it, because there isn't any need to do all this stuff. It was my mistake. I will take 100% responsibility. Even though I'm not an attorney, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a CFO, I'm not any of those things. So does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay, would someone like to make a motion to agree to give Mr. Zacchamy the $2,600?
I make a motion.
Thank you. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Farrow. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrow? Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
And the only thing I would say once again is we're going to send Mr. Zacchamy some kind of letter saying that we're giving him this money as opposed to the shed, correct? We agree we have to have some type of, it's part of this to do that, okay. All right, 25.
Consideration for the easement.
It's
So
the
that's-
consideration, okay. All right, 25-171 is regarding employment status of the crossing guard resignation. Trace Walsh has resigned. Would someone like the motion to accept this resignation?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Ms. Passia, is there a second?
Second that motion.
Second by Ms. Kelly, roll call, please.
Ms. Passia? Yes. Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrow?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
All right, that resolution is adopted. I do want to walk one more on this evening. If everyone recalls, over the weekend, council was given basically the final draft copy of the police contract for the officers, patrol officers, sergeants and patrol officers. And if there's no questions or anything like that, I'd like to at least have council pass a resolution approving the contract, barring any typo or anything like that, but at least authorizing me to sign the contract and moving forward.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion by Ms. Kelly.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Ms. Passia. Is there any other discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Passia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrow?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
All state.
And Mr. White? Five ayes.
I wrote 6 already. I gotta wait. You're on the ball. Thank you. So hopefully the union is supposed to vote on it, I believe, next week or this Thursday or something like that. And as soon as they sign it, I'll sign it. That'll go in effect on January 1st. Okay, committee reports. Finance. Mr. Murray.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, so as we see, we're moving forward. We have Greg Anderson has started. He's fitting in, and he's going to do an excellent job for us like he did in the past. I was going to talk about the contracts, but we just did that. So the contracts are moving forward with police and public works. We are getting closer to being able to take online payments through the SDL program. We're working on, there's some programming work being done now, but we're definitely moving in the right direction. I can report that the Brunson House, we are in ongoing negotiations with the Brunson House,
Excellent.
which is good news. And on 12/10, we're going to have supervisory training for the employee assistant program for the borough. So that's going on 12/10. And with that, Mayor, I'll report progress.
Easy, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, public safety, Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. First thing, I want to congratulate our public events director on a marvelous, wonderful truck parade, tree lighting, Santa. It was, everybody said the same thing. It was the best ever. Having that choir there, it was wonderful. It was the best time.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
But I couldn't do it without any of you.
The rain
It
stopped.
stopped.
just in time. It was
He
marvelous.
hears me. What can I say?
Kudos to you, Patty.
Thank you.
It was wonderful.
Ellen, you're on my committee. Rich,
Yeah,
you're-
yeah, I know, but
You all deserve that.
you really
So,
do the
Everyone,
job.
Bob, thank you. Ed,
It was great.
and
Well,
all
of
of
course.
you. Mayor, of course.
Thank you so much.
You did?
So, that being said, without the help of the fire department and the police department, the night would not have been as wonderful. So it's always my pleasure to read their reports every month, because without the fire department and the police department, we couldn't pull that off. Not, and of course, Public Works.
Maybe the trucks would have went the right way.
But it's just a fabulous event.
It was a perfect event. Thank you, Chief.
The fire department had 49 calls this month, and they had 35 calls right in Runnemede and 14 as mutual aid. We had 52 inspections for the fire marshal and collected fees of $13,357.25. There were no fire investigations, but however, to this day, there were 20 through the year. Our EMS had 173 transports, 56 refusals, 40 recalls, 3 standbys, and 1 death on arrival. They had public assistance, 1, and total handled 276 calls. Barrington had 68, Haddon Heights had 60 calls, and Runnemede had 101. Our EMS provided 47 mutual aids. The average response time to Runnemede was 7.52 minutes, well under the 10 that's required. Our calls for service for our police department were 854, 18 motor vehicle accidents, 240 traffic summonses. That's really high this month. Was there anything going on? Was there some kind of a special event?
It's usually around in that number every month. They're consistent.
Yeah, it seems a little high. 43 arrests, 16 hours overtime, no Narcan. And thank you, Chief, that's a wonderful report. And that is my report, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Passiani, or not Ms. Passiani, Ms. Kelly, any questions for Ms. Kelly? Okay, now, Public Works, public events, Ms. Passiani, I will say it was a great event. I do want to thank Ms. Panzarella, because Maria does do a lot, she's there, and I want to thank her for introducing me to the
Mrs. President.
Ms. Breslin, the choir instructor. Very nice woman, excellent. Those are the kind of people that make this town a great town. Someone who puts their time in to be out there and have 40 kids, put them together and then get it all together. I think she did a great job. And I said the only thing I wish we would have done that evening was thank them. While there was so much going on and there were so many people there and people were lining up for Santa, I do want to make sure that we
You
do.
were kind of pushing it along a little bit.
Well, because I wanted people to keep moving. The kids were cold. And so I did want to thank her publicly, so thank you.
But I bought her real nice thank you cards.
Right.
Mayor, council, and Santa said he wants to send her a thank you also.
Yes, he did a great job.
Yes, Santa did. It was a wonderful turnout, more than I could have even imagined. The weather just stopped just like that. So, and I want to thank Public Works. They're always there. They're always there for me. I can't thank them enough. The police, the fire company, like Eleanor said, without them, we wouldn't have a parade. So it was a great turnout, and I can't tell you, I'm so happy. And let's see, our next event is going to be, I guess it's going to be a reorg, yeah, which will be on Tuesday, January 6th at 6 p.m. There.
At the Harry Williams,
Oh, I was just going to ask. So it will be at the Harry Williams. So they're
we
like,
discussed that it was always going to be there for that.
I know that, I know that.
I don't know why Harry asked that question.
Okay, so I'm re-asking it, okay.
Why?
I don't know, because I want to hear it. I want to hear it from you.
I thought it was your decision. I thought it was a great spot to have it.
No, oh, no. You know what we're thinking about?
What are you thinking about?
The renovations that are happening.
Oh, I think we can make it work.
That's what-
Oh, if that's what your question is.
Sure.
I think there's no way for us to know at this exact moment. But I say we plan to be there,
Okay.
and we
So-
allow the contractor to know that we're gonna have this event on the 6th, and that they're working, they're done way before that, they're done at 3 or 4 o'clock. And the worst case
So
scenario
go to
is,
work. Okay,
we have something temporary to come in and out of that door.
that's fine. So
Anything security-wise or
I
safety-wise.
just want to make sure I have to go ahead I'm going to order the food like I did last year and the year before, because I want to do that now. So,
Absolutely.
okay. All right. So with that being said, reorg is for Tuesday, January 6th at 6 p.m. at the Harry Williams Building. To swear in a lot of people. So with that being said, I say progress. Any questions? Anybody want to? No? Okay. Mayor?
Nope, I'm
You
good.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking,
Okay, all right. Thank you.
is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, not progress.
Did I say progress? What did I say
No.
progress?
Engineering, Mr. Farrell.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm gonna go with my caucus report.
Okay, thank you. Public Works, construction, Mr. White.
No, defer to my caucus.
Oh, look at you guys. Thank you.
And may I say something? I'm sorry.
Sure.
And Maria, I do want to say thank you too. You know that, from the bottom of my heart. I do thank you.
Yes. Absolutely, thank you. Okay, Parks and Rec, Mr. Shapiro, anything more?
Softball's a little down, Public Works is working on things as they usually do. Basketball season only got a couple, not really too many kids going, they got 338 kids
Whoa.
basketball.
And when does that start?
And
It already
they have
started.
five- And they have 5 travel teams, so.
Oh my God.
Basketballs, as usual, their numbers are usually around 250, so when I saw the numbers today, just now 338, I was like, wow. And that's big because a lot of the surrounding towns don't have basketball, so they come to Runnemede. I think Lindor's one, Belmar, is the bad basketball stuff. So all surrounding towns come to Runnemede.
So the only thing we have to be considered again is that the door is open and accessible. I know there's going to be 1 or 2 days where they're digging in front of the door, but as long as they understand that they clean up at the end of every job, and that's what most guys do, they clean up at the end and you make sure it's open. Okay, anything else? That's it? Okay, solicitors report. Defer to caucus. Engineer, anything additional?
No reliable field officer. There's 3 things that's happened since last Tuesday. We submitted a pay app and change order for the LRIG project, or care of the change order resolution 168 tonight. We also submitted a pay app 13 for the sewer extension project, so I'm assuming both those pay applications are on the bill list. And I'm working with the CFO to finalize the construction costs for the sewer extension project so that we can go to the spring closing. We got that all finalized by December 15th.
Just get it done.
Get it done.
Okay.
That's everything I have, unless anybody has any questions about it.
I did see one email about Mitchell Avenue. Did you see that sent out by, was that a complaint? DOT?
Close out. We're still waiting on, we're working with the contractor on their payment application.
Okay.
And their water is getting matched with our inspector heading the field. So we're going back and forth with our payment application number 1 for that project.
Okay.
So DOT is just looking for us to close it out, but we can't do that until we figure out what the cost will be.
I think it's neat the way they send an email out with all the list of all the issues for all the towns. I think that's a real, nice little shot, huh?
We get yelled at by all our mayors.
I thought that was a nice way of doing it, right? Okay. I didn't call anybody. So,
Don't see it somewhere.
did we want to report anything on affordable housing or anything like that? Nothing on that? No, nothing on that. I did, yeah, we did talk enough about that. I did have one comment. The planning board, if you could make a note, I think Mr. Moore is going to be calling your office, the property across the street, it was turned into apartments. You were supposed to do an administrative approval for the parking lot. For some reason, that hasn't been done. Yet I'm under the impression that they're trying to get a CO. My attitude towards these kind of things is if all the construction work is done, we can give somebody a TCO to let them go in until the parking lot gets done. But now winter's coming on top of us, so I don't know.
What site is this?
I think it's 105 Clements Bridge Road. Maybe 10, I don't know, 102? 102 Clements Bridge Road. You know, and you understand, when this stuff boils up to me, it's very annoying. And so I'm going to pass that down and say, you know, I think that these things should be resolved. You know, they built the building. Yeah, I think the issue that I heard was there were some questions on how the parking should be done, but we all agreed at the meeting that it would be done administratively. That all they had to do was submit a plan to the engineer signed off on the plan, and they could get it done. So I do know the plan was submitted, but I'm sure there were notes back and forth. That's my past experience with engineers. But at this point, I'm just looking for us to allow them to occupy these buildings unless there's something bad. Okay? Anything else? Okay, why don't we do, okay, we're ready to payment of bills. Someone like to make a motion to pay the monthly bills?
I'll make a motion to pay the monthly bills.
Is there a second? All right, motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Farrell. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Burrow? Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Great, bills should be paid. All right, this portion of the meeting is good and welfare. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and town of origin. Oh, the ladies first. There, Bob. Can you push the button? See that, the engineer. Well, it has to be recorded, Maria. That's the bigger issue.
Hello. All right, so you can hear me better. So as the basketball commissioner for the RY, I am ready to make any changes necessary based on the construction. As a borough employee, I've communicated that to all approved users. So St. Teresa's, that we'll do our best to accommodate as needed. As a resident and the parent in the school district, chief, the crossing guard situation the last 2 days has been incredible. And I would hope that there's a long-term plan beyond the end of December that's as wonderful as the last 2 days. So said crossing guard has done incredible the last 2 days, today in the rain. I took pictures. So I
You talking in
can't,
front of the school, or where are we talking?
Third and Hirsch.
Third and Hirsch,
It is.
Yeah.
And I think her being there has exposed some problems that existed, that the lack of ability
Right.
wasn't there. Anything I can do to help, any advocating I can do to help, I will. It's
My
possible.
apologies as the chief. Well, we're
The last 2 days have been great.
Yes, that's-
Maybe we should consider one way on Hirsch during school. Drop off and pick up, just saying, thank you. Oh, that's it.
Thank you. Bob?
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Hi, Bob.
Bob Del minor taxpayer, Borough, Runnemede.
Like that?
I have a very pleasant job tonight, okay? Normally, people come up to complain. I am ready to show you something which I am very proud of, and I'm dedicating it to a fellow by the name of Frank Kelly, okay? Frank Kelly was the last commander of Post 250, and I was the last member of Post 250 to be brought into the American Legion before it closed. Okay, the American Legion had a tremendous background in our community. I thought I knew most about it, okay? What I remembered most about it was in the late 50s, seeing the old guys, the World War I guys, marching up Black Horse Pike, okay? And each year they had fewer and fewer of them. Well, as fate would have it, when they closed Post 250, Ron Aronson and I were the only two active members, and we both went down to 281. You may remember, some of you I know remember, that during the 75th anniversary, a lot of work was done by guys like Dennis Vettler, by Dave Vanella, Frank Kelly, Frank Hartman, Rich Dickinson, Tony Beatrice, myself, Jonathan Interlandi. Most of them are gone now, okay? I'm the last soldier, okay? And I handed the 100th anniversary over to you. But I'm not gonna stay out of it, okay? I just can't stay out of it, you know that. So in my capacity, they gave me the rifles for the American Legion and what they call the flag baskets, which are when they carry the flags. I have them. I'm not gonna turn them over yet. I'm not gonna turn them because they actually belong to the American Legion. But I do have them. But as a result of having those rifles, it was noticed to me that I have some authority still with 250 because I was the last active member. Well, guess what occurred? Did you know it? But in 1936, there was an American Legion band, okay, for Post 250, all right? And it was a very active band. And what occurred was somebody was doing the genealogy and the history of the American Legion, and they came upon something, and they got to me with it. It was given to me Sunday night by a lady from Pittman who actually stood out in the rain in order to make sure I got it. I have tonight these two pictures. You will see what this is. This, I'll pass this around, and I'd really like you to take a look at it. There's something to look at. This is the original picture from 1936 that we can date for the American Legion, and here's the honor letter. She did the genealogy and was able to identify the people who are listed on these pictures themselves. Okay, so you can see the ones that have been identified. They're all numbered. You've got to keep it under.
We got a deputy now.
You got to keep it on. You have to keep it under the glass so you can identify it. What made it quite interesting to me was knowing who the people were. The Zanes were in here, right? The Shackletons. You remember the name Shackleton? One of the Shackletons lost his life, and the Rowans are in there. You'll see that the Dermonds are in there. These are the people. And a fellow by the name of Henry Wetmore. Now, who knew Henry Wetmore? Anybody know who Henry Wetmore was? Henry Wetmore was the last of the loggers in Runnemede. Okay, he lived across the street from me in the park that is directly across from my. There was a house that was in there. Henry Wetmore built that house, and he used to take logs out of the back of what's now Green Acres and float those logs or carry the logs up to Gloucester City to Ashenfelters, and they would cut them down and make paneling out of it because they were black walnut is what they were. But you can see on the names that are on there. And what I would like to do is I'd like to give this to Borough Runnemede in honor of Frank. Okay. If I can. What I'd like you to do, if possible now, is to get it framed together because it belongs together. I don't want to get it apart because you'll lose the sense. But please keep it together and maybe have it framed together so that if somebody looks at this and maybe, everything in this courtroom, I think I've dedicated. I think it's everything.
A lot of it, Bob.
I think it's all of it, but I would like to see it put in the courtroom, and so somebody can really appreciate the fact that what they had. Can you imagine 1936? Look at this. They had Springfield rifles around. They didn't have the M1s. They had Springfield rifles. They were all World War I gun. They had the belted jackets, which are, by the way, are back with the military right now. And maybe somebody can identify some of these fellows that are in there. I don't know, Eddie, maybe, I don't know, any of your family could be or something, but you're gonna have to look way back in this. But maybe just by having these pictures up, somebody can say, oh, wait a minute, that was so-and-so that was in there. But I'm very, very proud and honored to give this to the borough to kick off your 100th anniversary. And Eleanor, I'm doing it on account of Frank.
Thank you.
Do you know what building this is?
That's the Lutheran Church.
That is the Lutheran Church?
Church, they did, you see the car in the back, looks to be about a 30. So
they're at the Democrat Club, Bob?
That's John Irwin Post was the Democrat Club.
Okay.
That's what happened. They were out on the side lawn, and the Lutheran Church was immediately behind it. That's how I knew that it was after 1928 because they built the Lutheran Church in 28. Now, the reason I was able to do some genealogy on this is you remember 29 was a crash of the thing. People were in a depression. The last thing they did was have a band that was over there. So it had to have been after 1934, 1935 when they reinstated prohibition and things of that nature. And looking at the car that was back there, I kind of believe this must have been around 1936, between 36 and 41, because in 41 they changed and went to the Second World War. But remember that the American Legion was there before the VFW was there. It was a very, very active post that was in it. Post 250 was active. But I didn't even know that they had a band of this nature. And this lady, she said to me, I want you to have it I would like to have the authority from the borough, if possible, to send her a thank you.
Absolutely.
Or thank her.
So what we're going to do, Bob, is we're going to do a resolution accepting your donation in Frank Kelly's name
Yeah,
for the American Legion photograph and genealogy.
right, I appreciate that, I can send it down, because she was so nice to me.
Yeah,
She said, I don't want to take any money from you, she says. I'm
and
so glad."
thanking from us.
Yeah, thank you.
On the own council.
Permanent picture for the borough.
Okay. All right, so let me do this, if you mind, Bob. We're doing a resolution 25-173, accepting this gift in memory of Frank Kelly for the American Legion, thanking Bob Del Sordo, and thanking, do you remember the woman's name?
Dominic Curcio, I'll get the exact name of it. I'll get the exact name.
Someone like to make a motion to?
I'll make that motion.
Ms. Kelly?
I'll second that.
Second by Ms. Patsy. All in favor?
Aye.
There you go, Bob. Thank you. Wasn't nice.
I just felt good about it, and I wanted to make sure I gave it to council before the end of the year, so I got it Sunday night, so that's the whole thing. But enjoy it, but hopefully, I'd love to see some people be identified, you can see some of the names wrong.
Well, if we blew it up, maybe people will notice. We put it on our website, and things like
Like I
that.
said, try and get it, if possible, Pat, I guess, I don't know who's in charge, but try and get it framed so that the picture's there, but you've got to leave the plastic on the front of it, because that's got the names identified, you can't take those off.
Yeah.
So just put a frame.
Okay, we'll figure something
Just
out.
cover it under glass and put it in there, okay?
Thank you, Bob.
Okay, my pleasure, thanks.
All right. Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Jim Whiteside, proud resident of Runnemede for over 35 years and a taxpayer. Now, this is my third time here. I'm checking to find out about the street light in Patricia Lane and Harding Avenue. I was almost hit again the other night. There's no crosswalk there, first of all, across Harding Avenue. I had a flashlight with my dog, and as I'm walking across the street, I'm doing this, I'm still...
Let me stop you for a second. though. Did we do a resolution approving that light? We did do approving that light to be installed. However, we're at the mercy of their timeline, but I'll ask the clerk to follow up on PSE&G's schedule.
Okay.
As you can see, there's a lot of lights out throughout the town, and we're always harassing them.
Have we heard anything back from...
But once we authorize it, because we pay for those lights,
Oh, yeah?
so they charge us, so they haven't started billing us until the light goes in.
That's why I pay taxes.
That's why, yeah, we collect them and pay them, yes. We'll find out if you can look into that again.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't have to come for...
I hope not either. Okay. Not that I don't mind you
My
coming.
dog's getting tired of almost getting run over by cars.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? All right, seeing no one else, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I'll make a motion to close this public
I'll
portion.
second that.
Motion by Ms. Cassia, second by Ms. Kelly, all in favor?
Aye.
Public portion is closed. So everyone, just to remind everybody, our adjournment meeting is the 30th. Is that what it is? At 4 o'clock. So it's an early meeting. If anyone can't make it, it's not a huge deal. We just need to have a quorum.
What day is that on? No, Tuesday?
It's a Tuesday, right? And, it's just end of the year, paying the bills and things like that. And if anything else, if we do decide to do this ordinance, we'll have another day to do that. But other than that, is there anything else? Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Is there a second? All right, all in favor? We're adjourned at 7:34.